Okay, and in this video, we're going to talk about swing structure. We're going to zoom out a little bit. Well, in this specific lesson, we're going to use the path tool to draw out what swing structure looks like. And in the next lesson, we're going to zoom out from the smaller breaks of structure and understand swing highs and swing lows, okay? So basically what we've been looking at so far is a very small picture of a big matrix that's happening on all time frames at all the time. And in order to understand the swing structure happening, in order to understand all of the time frames and how they move, you have to understand swing structure before you understand multi-time frame analysis, because swing structure is happening on all time frames. It just depends on how far out you are zooming in or out of any market. Okay, and so I'm going to start off this with a perfect example using the drawing tools, and then we're going to look at the actual market and live charts and apply that in the next lesson. So for this lesson, let's just use the drawing tool here. And so far we've understood that the market makes higher highs and higher lows based on breaks of structure, and that's how we can model a trending market. Okay, and so usually what that looks like, just to do a quick little refresher, is in a perfect example is a run up, a retracement down, break of structure, retracement back down, break of structure, retracement down, break of structure, and continues like that for a perfect bullish scenario. And then it's the exact opposite for a perfect bearish scenario. Okay, so we have a run down, retracement, break of structure, retracement, break of structure, retracement, break of structure, retracement, etc. And so that's how we make that's how we can see a bearish trending market and a bullish trending market, is by clean breaks of structure like this. Okay, but what we need to understand now is that we have swing highs and we have swing lows. And so when you have a higher time frame break of structure, what's usually happening on the lower time frame is swing structure that's being developed and changing. And so let's say, for example, on the 4-hour time frame, we have a run up, we have a new high printed in the market, we have a retracement and a run again, breaking structure, retracement, and run up, breaking structure. Okay, so on the lower time frame, most likely what's happening is this on the 15-minute or the 1 hour is becoming swing structure on the lower time frame. Okay, so on the 4-hour, this might just be quick candles, quick runs, but on the 15-minute, if you drop down on a time frame, that's becoming swing structure on this time frame. Okay, and then on the daily, you would see this being part of the next move. And I don't want to confuse you with multi-time frame analysis yet. The point of this video is not to talk about what's happening on the time frame below this. I'm just using this as kind of a precursor into going into both swing structure and multi-time frame analysis. Okay, and so let's say, for example, we trade the 1 minute, the 5 minute, and the 15-minute, and we target 4-hour highs and lows. We would be examining our swing structure inside this swing right here. Okay, and so then let's go ahead and move this out of the way a little bit. And let's say, for example, we are going to zoom in to this area of price action on the 15-minute chart. Okay, and I'll draw this out and I'll add to this as I'm drawing it. But let's say, for example, now we drop down to the 15-minute and we are looking at swing structure. Okay, so swing structure on the 15-minute, in order to make this pullback and this expansion or this run up to break structure, we have to have all of the same market structure and characteristics on the 15-minute happen in order to print the 4-hour supply or the 4-hour pullback and continuation here. Okay, so what this is going to look like is the beginning of a pullback. It's going to retrace back up like this, and over time the market is going to do something like this, at which point it's then going to give us a change of character, break of structure, and then it's going to continue going this way. Okay, and so this then becomes swing structure, and swing structure is now, it doesn't matter what time frame you're looking on. It's basically we have a swing high and a swing low. Okay, so from this point in time, let me just change the color. Let's go green. This on a lower time frame is what's happening in this pullback. Okay, so on the 4 hour, you'd be having something happen like this. You have a retracement down, run up, retracement down, and run up. And in the 15-minute, this is what's happening in developing swing structure. Okay, so this is just an introduction to swing structure. We're not actually going to get like super technical with multi-time frame analysis yet, but I also am kind of simultaneously laying the groundwork to present both of these ideas to you at the same time. So swing structure now is broken, or when we have, let's say, let me rephrase that. When we have a 15-minute trend that's doing this and it's pulling back, and we have a change of character and we have a break of structure, we can start to trade this trend, but we don't actually know that this is swing structure until the 4 hour or this next high is broken. So this would be our high that we would be targeting on the 15-minute chart. If we were looking to trade the 15-minute and the 5-minute and the 1-minute and all that, we would be looking to get into trades right here, and right here and right here and right here, targeting this week high. And at which point this price action breaks this old high and breaks above it, that then becomes swing structure. Okay, and so this low down here now becomes our swing low that we have. And then this becomes our swing high as price starts to trade back and do a pullback. Okay, we have another pullback happening on the lower time frames. This is forming swing structure. And it's doing this the entire time. And it breaks structure at this high here. Okay, and then we have, just to keep consistent here, we have a pullback and a continuation on a higher time frame. Okay, and so again, this is now forming swing structure. This 4 hour break of structure is also on a lower time frame forming swing structure. And then this again becomes our swing low. And this, in theory, until we learn to apply other concepts like supply and demand and everything like that, and trend changes, we can expect that this right here, what you see, is going to continue to happen. And that's just how we develop expectational order flow. And we are now combining that swing structure into this concept here. Okay, and so this is kind of the idea going forward. This is, again, just want to be very clear that this is a big picture overview of multiple topics that I'm combining into one video right now. And this module that you're in right now is going to be talking specifically about swing structure. But again, it's just like every other lesson in the course. You kind of have to understand bits and pieces, and in order to understand all of the concepts in depth. And so that's what I'm trying to do right now, is introduce you to multi-time frame analysis and swing structure, which we already kind of hinted on in some of the other videos in the beginning of the course. And now we're going to actually dive more in depth into that. And so just to wrap this little introduction over, or wrap it up, we would then assume that the trend is going to continue until it doesn't. Okay, and so along this entire trend line that's developing, we would have the 15-minute also doing this the entire time. And it's just forming swing structure on the lower time frame in order to print the higher time frame candles and the higher time frame price action. Okay, and this is happening on every time frame. You can replace my example of the 4 hour with the 1 hour and see that on the 15-minute happening. You can replace my example of the 4 hour with the 15-minute, and you can see this on the 1 minute happening. And we've kind of already touched base on this on some of the previous lessons, the previous examples, but essentially this is the beginning of your understanding of the actual matrix that's happening on every time frame on every chart. So hope this video starts to actually make sense. I understand that this is a lot to take on at one time, so that's why there's going to be multiple videos throughout this section. And if at any point in time, like I've already mentioned a few times, if you get stuck, if it doesn't make sense, be sure to rewatch these videos several times and apply these to your charts and understand and try to help yourself understand these topics, because it does take time in order to do that.